The iris was named after the Greek goddess of rainbow, I believe.
Shut up.
Yep.
That's so cool.
Today on Gardening with Wallace and B.
Hey, Millie, come here. Millie.
Look at our old senior cat. It's Lou. Don't be pooping in my. Don't be pooping in my garden.
Hey guys, welcome to Ed&Mel. As you can see,
Welcome
Wallace
back,
and B.
or welcome for the first time.
Today we, as Wallace and B pointed out, we will be planting some irises.
We got donated a whole box.
Whole box full.
And we're gonna be honest, they don't look in the best condition, but we're not giving up on them. They may not flower this season, probably not. But next season, there's a big potential. What type of iris is this, Ed? I know, we don't know, because they were donated to us, and who donated to us said they don't know anything about them. They apparently were growing so deep in
Grass. It's like probably like an older yard site or
maybe.
Or
they didn't really specify where, but
bed, or we're not sure where they came from. But yeah, as you can see, we're gonna have to grab our snips and cut all this off. But this is years and years of growth that just rises and dies, rises and dies.
And I don't know if these have flowered, because usually for them to flower really good, you want this part, which is the rhizome. These are the roots, and this is called the rhizome. And what the rhizome does is it stores nutrients and water for the plant to grow in times of drought. And these are the roots. And this is the greenery, and the flower will come out of here. I'm not sure if it'll do much this year, but we're gonna try. We have a whole box full. We've already divided them and shook off all of the native dirt. There was a heap full of quackgrasses and just weeds, and it was very deep. Like, these were...
If you didn't know, which I didn't know before I became a gardener, was that rhizomes, when you plant them, we will get to it, that make sure you keep them exposed to the sunlight, because that's where they get their energy from. If you shoot them way deep, there's a very good chance that you're going to get rot in the rhizomes.
And you'll definitely get no blooms.
And you won't get blooms.
If you have a problem with your irises not blooming, you may want to just make sure you see some of this rhizome, and that'll definitely give it a big boost. And some, if you notice, have a really long rhizome. Some have shorter, and some are really short. And you may be like, oh, is this one worth planting? Yes, they're all worth planting. This one will definitely send up a lot more shoots. This one won't.
Oh, until it grows, right?
Until it grows, yeah, they'll all grow and send up more shoots. But definitely plant everything that has a good roots attached, a little bit of the rhizome and some green, and you'll definitely get some good planting.
Like this one here, these big, bright white roots. And definitely you plant this, you have a very good chance of getting another iris coming up out of here. And a possible another bloom.
This? Is it?
Yeah, it's totally.
Yeah, it is. Huh. It's already dividing.
So how are we planting
this?
this? You plant them right down the middle, or 2 rows, or
Huh?
what are we doing here?
I don't know, that might be quackgrass you're looking at, love. If this is quackgrass, yeah, that's quackgrass. You don't want that in your garden.
Never mind. See, I'm not a complete gardener yet.
Hey, it's learn as you go. Well, because we're using these for cut flowers, and we'll probably be dividing them, you know, every 2 to 3 years. So I would say, Bo, we'll try for 3, like kind of off-kilter them a bit. Because we can kind of push the boundaries, is what I'm going to try. What do you figure?
Okay.
We have a lot.
Go with it. We do have a lot.
We have a lot. Let's make a big trench the whole way.
And when you're planting them, you want to do what, about 6 inches apart?
So that's what we're trying for. And that's kind of how long some of these rhizomes are. It's amazing. I can't get over it.
Yeah, these are some years old.
I'm very curious. I have no idea. I don't have much experience with irises, so I don't know what exactly we're planting here. So it'll be an adventure for sure to see. I'm really excited to see what comes up. And I should also note that apparently when we got these, it was literally one solid mass. It was like
that
they were
big.
entwined like this. We had to like
It was
gently
crazy.
scrape all the soil away and then try to like pry. That's why some of them are so long and some are so short, because you just couldn't.
Yeah, once you just pulled on it, it just snapped off. They
Yeah.
do break very easily.
They do. These two are ready to go. Fine.
But it's very fortunate to get this
many. This
able
is
to get
awesome.
this many, because they will come back, and with a little love and some proper care, we can definitely have blooms for our flower farm.
Yeah, I'm just excited. Who knows? Apparently, we don't even know how old they are.
Or what color they are,
Yeah, that too.
or if they're bearded or not. And what is bearded?
We have to do a bit of research. We may be able to tell by the greenery, maybe? I'm not sure.
Do you know? Have you seen a bearded one?
Well, that was, remember when we lived in Minnesota, that grape?
Yeah, that's a bearded.
The one that smelled like grape soda, that was the bearded one. Oh, there's a big worm there.
Some proper gardening scissors.
Those scissors you use for everything, my poor house scissors. No wonder we go through so many pairs.
Cheap on Amazon.
Well, I don't know. Since moving to Canada,
It's not so much cheap on Amazon.
well, it's cheap, but
Or convenient,
but to
that
get the convenience factor is no longer, because
we're in the middle of nowhere.
we are literally in the middle of nowhere. Internet is this constant struggle, like even just that, which we took totally for granted everywhere we've lived. Like, I completely realize that now.
We thought we were gonna have super fast internet, but
No, and that's fine. You got to roll with the punches, right? You can't win them all. And we're very fortunate to live where we live, and I'm sure you will see more of this place as you watch, because we're really excited about it. Now, what about this? This I'm going to put in the maybe pile. There's no green. Put back here. Like, look at that. So 2 rhizomes just fell off with really good roots, so I'm gonna plant them off this guy. They're just babies. We'll put them in the maybe pile. So if we have room, we'll stick them in. Because like those other irises that we planted, anything we planted, they all came up. So it's really encouraging. But they're pretty forgiving plants, honestly. Here.
yeah, well they are considered invasive. Or anyway, the yellow flag iris is considered an invasive plant.
I wonder if that's what this is.
It very well could be.
We'll find out.
And who knows, it might be invasive in warmer climates.
Yeah, we're in a zone 3.
Zone 3, yeah, so
It's a challenging
it's
environment to
rather
grow in.
cool and a rather short season, so.
And what I'm doing is I'm just peeling back. These are old leaves that just had never been peeled back. And when you peel them back, you just expose the rhizome, which is what you want when you want to have lots of blooms. You want to have a good storage of energy to get them through that winter. It is harsh. Zone 3 is harsh. It can be very cold and long some years.
Yeah.
And then I'm just loosening up the roots here, trying to give them a little stretch so they can stretch out and grow into this new amazing organic compost we have here. And I will say that these beds, since they're raised, they do drain well. So we're able to get away with having such rich compost because water never sits in these.
Yeah.
It stays because of the rich compost, but it doesn't really sit to cause any damage. What's needed stays, but everything else drains out. Ooh, look at that big old black grass. They just grow like right in. You would never even know.
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
They look like a white root, but they're not.
Mistaken for a iris.
Don't be fooled.
Now I'm not a gardener because of the plant.
Oh, you'll.
I should have started in the second row, like in instead of. Learn as you go.
Oh, heck yeah. And they're not very big. Like, you notice those ones we planted over there, they were a lot thicker. These are consistently like
The same
thin and
size,
narrow. Like, there isn't any big whoppers. They're all like your finger, like pretty much like your like pinky or ring finger width, you know? That's what I'm noticing. See, I don't know if it's flowered for a while.
Probably other thing it is.
Even like when you're pulling off the dead stuff, you don't see any like seed pods or, I mean, they're really healthy.
So a couple interesting facts about irises is
Do share.
there's 200 to 300 different species of irises.
Really?
Yeah, I did not know there was
I
that
did not
many.
know that either.
That they are poisonous, another thing I didn't know, and they're really poisonous to dogs and cats. And the most poisonous part of the iris is the rhizome right here. So we've never seen our animals in here chewing on these irises. They probably don't, just avoid it.
Well, we never really have just them.
But if you do have kids and you do have irises, be aware that they are poisonous.
Don't let them gnaw on the
Yeah, it's
the rhizome.
sometimes kids do some crazy stuff.
True.
So just be aware of that. And another interesting fact,
Ooh.
I did a little Googling this morning,
I like it.
is that irises come in every spectrum of the rainbow except red.
Really? Do they know why?
They do not know why.
Very
They
interesting.
may know why, but I do not know why.
So if you know why, let us know.
Yeah, definitely. And now look at this one here. So this iris here was one that I guess never got taken apart. And this is basically how the whole clump was. It was just iris, 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 iris coming out everywhere, and it was literally a clump
Yep.
like that.
Huge.
So what we kind of did to break these apart was kind of shake as much of the dirt out as possible and kind of just wiggle them apart. And you can tell that this rhizome right here, this is a plant, this is a plant, and this is a plant. Right there, 1, 2, and 3. So this rhizome you can see is coming down here. This rhizome is coming down here. And then this last rhizome is coming down here. And there's also another one on here that's just starting to send shoots right there. So let's break these apart and we'll have 4 new irises. You don't want to pull them or break them, you just kind of want to shake them apart.
It took us a while to do the whole big armful.
Yes, so you
Oh,
can
good
see.
job.
You can see you have a lot here. We got 4.
Oh, and then numerous rhizomes I've been planting too. Like these.
So there's already 45 irises planted with what we've just planted, except what Mel has to catch up on the other side there. But that's it. This is a whole new iris here. Put that over there. And then now back to this. We got another one here. This guy. So slowly wiggle, 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 and just shake them apart. They will come loose. They're not growing together. Well, they may be, but they should. Some
And that's why you have to divide your irises
there,
every
just
once
like
in a
that.
while, so they
See?
don't get
Well, we just got our irises all finished up. Thank God we already got Millie moving in here.
Yeah, she
Already chilling on the thing.
approves of us planting all of these
And-
irises. Oh no, see they're poisonous, so you're
Yes,
not supposed to
get
let
your
your
cat out of
plants, your cats chew on them. But she's a kitten and she'll play with anything. So I have a kitten toy here, which is just a little willow, and I'll just be doing this to distract her. But anywho, we got finished this bed. How many do we think we got?
Around a little over 60 of them.
Approximately.
We pretty much put them in 4. We're rather tight, but we're going to see how they do. The last bed we kind of planted, we did rather tight, and it turned out pretty good. So we have the whole bed planted out to where the greens are still on, and then where the rhizomes that didn't have anything, we're just going to throw them on the ground. They are going to grow.
It looks a lot like cat poop, but they're not. They're the rhizome tuber, the
Yeah.
rhizomes. I hope you enjoyed learning a few things about irises. If you can share any tips, tricks, what your favorite one is, please leave it in the comments below. We really do enjoy having the conversation down there.
Yeah, so until the next video, bye.
Bye.
Come here, you cookie.